Welcome to the Exit 36 podcast. On this episode, I'm going to give you five companies that will basically let you do your own thing. You book your own loads, whether you want to use a load board, you want to use um, brokers. Some of them you can get direct customer loads. You can haul whatever you want, you go wherever you want. Basically, it's a freedom without having your own authority. A lot of people reach out to me asking me if I know any carriers that let you do that. I did my research. It's a lot of them out there. So I'll give you five. And I have a bonus at the end. And you could do your research on those five that I give you. And also, you could do some more research and see if you find some more. Because a lot of carriers out there. Some of them advertise it, some of them don't. And for anybody listening to this podcast, if you know some carriers like that, leave a comment below so other people could check them out. And these five that I'm giving you, it's not in any order as far as best to the least or anything like that. I just write five of them down and I'm just gonna put them out there. The first one is Evans. Evans is a carrier that have a lot of small carriers under them. So you could run for Evans directly, or you could run for one of the small carriers that's under Evans. And a lot of those small carriers under Evans, also, you could find some of them that'll let you book your own loads. Whether you want to go to the load board to find a load, you want to find out who are the approved carriers. Because most of these carriers that I'm giving you, they also have a brokerage side. And by them having a brokerage side, they have a list of approved carriers that you'll be able to pull for. And once those carriers are on their list, you know it's okay for you to go ahead and contact them to find loads. So Evans is one of the carrier on the list that I made. And Evans is all over. Everywhere you go, you see a truck mark Evans, or you see a truck mark Evans, and it's also another carrier name under Evans. That's what I mean by they have a lot of small carriers underneath them. Some of these carriers underneath them might specialize in certain things, and some of them might run whatever. So you gotta do your research on that to find out if you do decide to go to a carrier that's under Evans. You gotta do your research to find out what all they haul or what all you can haul if you go to one of them. For example, if you wanna deal with a port, you gotta make sure they have a SCAT code because you're gonna need a SCAT code when dealing with a port. So if they're on the Evans and they don't have a SCAT code that they're using, you know you're not going to be able to deal. You're not going to be able to run the port through them unless they let you use Evans SCAT code. So that'll be part of your research. You also gotta make sure that all the discounts that Evans get, you'll be able to get it. And since Evans is such a big outfit, they might be getting a lot of discounts that you might want to take advantage of. The second one on the list is F2F. I know F2F pull dry box and they pull reefers. I'm not too much familiar with whatever else they do, but F2F is another carrier that let you book your own loads. Whether you want to use DAT, you want to use Internet Truck Stop, you could, once you get that list of all the approved carriers or all the approved brokers that you could pull for, you could contact those brokers directly instead of going to the load board. Another one on the list is Mag Carrier. Mag Carrier, they are out of Georgia. A lot of people have never heard about them because they're not a big outfit. You don't see a lot of them around. I know I see most of the ones I've seen are dry box. They put a lot of dry van load. They might do other stuff. I'm not too familiar with whatever else they do, but they're a small mom and pops company, and it's like a family setting over there. I spoke to them before because a couple of people asked me about them if I ever heard about them. So I had called them up, try to find out the requirements to get on over there and stuff. So that's how I originally found out about them. I see a lot of drivers out of Florida, a lot of owner operators out of Florida at Mag Carrier also. And what you'll notice is when you're out of Florida, a lot of carriers might tell you they can't get you home, or they get you home, they can't find nothing for you to come back out. So a lot of owner operators out of Florida, they like going to these companies where they could find their own load because they have a better chance of finding something coming back out. Another one on my list is Landstar. Everybody out here should know Landstar. You see them everywhere you go. The big blue star on the side of the trailers. With them, they haul a lot of government freight. They haul a lot of oversized freight. They do a lot of dry box. I see they're doing some reefers, but most of the time the tractor will say Landstar on it, but the trailer says something else. Like they put a lot of Walmart, um, a lot of other, accounts, reefer accounts. You might see them pulling the customer's trailer. I don't remember if I ever seen a Landstar trailer. It might be out there. I'm not familiar with it, but that's another carrier that let you book your own loads. The other one on my list is Mercer. Mercer, they do a lot of flatbed. I see them in the port a lot picking up stuff on flatbed, on step deck, stuff like that. And I know they let you book your own loads from the load board. And a lot of these carriers, if they don't have their own in-house load board, and you decide to go ahead and get DAT or Internet Truck Stop or any one of those other load boards out there that have a monthly fee, as far as I know, most of them you have to pay for the load board. Some of them they might get you a discount on the monthly rate, but the subscription for that load board will be another one of your expenses. I just gave you five companies you could go to, five carriers you could go to if you don't decide to get your own authority. But you want the freedom like you have your own authority to go to the load board, pull your own load, go where you want to go, when you want to go home when you feel like it, and nobody calling you, harassing you, asking you when you're coming back out, or anything like that. Okay, number six on my list. Now, this carrier, they're out of Florida. It's called Status Transportation. If you go to Status Transportation, they don't advertise booking your own load like some of these other carriers do. Landstar, Mercer, Mag Carrier, stuff like that. At Status Transportation, they're going to assign you a dispatcher. But you can still book your own load. All you need to do is find out the approved brokers that they work with. And before your dispatcher find you a load, you call those approved carriers, those approved brokers, and find your own load. And once you and that broker come up on an agreement on that load, then you call your dispatcher and tell them, look, you found this load with a certain broker that they haul for, and Let them know what's the rate you negotiate. Give them all the details about the load. Give them the contact person name at their brokerage and have them call and set everything up. Basically, they'll be doing the back end of it, the part that the dispatchers do that you don't see. They're going to be doing that and assign the load to your truck. But you can do that at Status Transportation. I met a few drivers that's over there, and I explained that to them. A lot of them didn't know that. And Status Transportation, you have your own trailer, and likewise with most of these carriers on this list, you can have your own trailer, or you can run the company trailer. Some of them have a trailer fee, and some don't. And some of them have a trailer fee, depends on the type of trailer you decide to haul. So you might haul a dry box and they don't have a fee on it, but they give you a less percentage. And you might decide to get a step deck or a double drop, but you gotta get your own trailer. So that's another thing you gotta find out doing your research. But Status Transportation, that's one company out of Florida. A lot of people don't know about them. They're not a mega carrier, but they probably have roughly about 100 trucks or so. And they pull for a lot of the bigger brokerage firms. So if you're over there, you learn their system, you can be booking your own freight. All right, so hopefully those carriers help you out if you're on the search to find somewhere to go where you could book your own loads. And if you know any other carrier that give you the freedom to book your own load, you could do whatever you want to do. Leave them in the comment section below. And so I get a list of them, I might put up another video, put the information out there for whoever trying to do their research. They have something to start out. So that's it, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share the videos. The more you share the videos, the more information I get to put out. Because so people leave questions in the comment section. What I try to do is make a video or do a podcast episode answering that question that